Hi, this is Emily. I have COVID and I wanted to do this video and not show my face just because I really look horrible. This COVID has been horrible. I did have my vaccine of the Pfizer. I had both shots. I did that. At first I wasn't going to get it, but then I decided I was going to, just because if I did get the COVID, I wanted to have that in my system. And I know a lot of people don't want to do it, but I got to tell you, my daughter-in-law, who is O-type blood, she got the COVID shot, and 2 days later she came down with some symptoms, and we just thought it was side effects from the shot. It turned out it was not, and she came out positive for COVID. So she got COVID. The symptoms that I know she told me was she was throwing up, she couldn't get up, she felt really horrible and terrible, she couldn't eat, she lost, I believe, like 20 pounds in the time that she was sick. She was sick about a week. She couldn't get up and get around, but she made herself, as soon as she did a home test and she was negative, she made herself get up and move around and went back to work because she was negative. Well, she was sick with COVID. It's my daughter-in-law. Her husband and her kids did not get ill. While she was sick, my daughter, who has 5 children, her and her boyfriend got COVID, and her kids started getting COVID one at a time. The second to the youngest got COVID, had symptoms for like 3 days. She did home tests, and the baby was the last one. He just turned a year, September 1st, which was not too long ago, 5 days ago. So he only had symptoms for a little bit, but he also had an earache, an ear infection at the same time. That nobody went to the hospital. My daughter, however, had the COVID virus for almost 3 weeks, and she was doing home tests. Her boyfriend was really sick, I think, for a couple of days in bed. He was feeling better, but I think the young people probably forced their way through it, and he was still testing positive when he was feeling better. This is Duck, sitting in my recliner here, and he's on my lap. And of course, I have been around my daughter-in-law a lot. We work together, and I was not feeling sick. She came back to work after her test was negative, and I was feeling fine. I did not go around my daughter or my 5 grandkids when they were tested positive for COVID. I was around Tiffany when she wasn't feeling good those first few days, but she came back to work, everything was fine, and then all of a sudden I started not feeling good, and I had a sore throat. And so my first indication was that I had a sore throat and I didn't feel good, and I stayed home, went to the doctors, and my test came back positive. Well, I had already been sick, not feeling well for 3 or 4 days at that point. And it was almost like a sinus infection, bad cold, and I felt really horrible. And so, of course, I was thinking I was past the worst of it, which was far from it. I am at day, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I'm at day 10 or 11 right now. So the doctor did confirm I had COVID, told me to stay home, which is what I've been doing. So I keep thinking I've hit the worst of it, and then I don't feel good. Or I think I hit the worst. The next day I feel a little bit better, and then I'm back to not being able to get up. It's really emotional to tell how I felt, because I've had some scares where I thought, oh, I need to go to the hospital. I don't want to go to the hospital. I can breathe, and I don't want to take up a spot that someone that needs it might have to go in. So yesterday. I was stuck on the couch. I only got up twice all day to go to the bathroom. I'm making sure I drink plenty of water. And this is really an odd thing to go through because I started with a sore throat, and then it turned into coughing, and my chest felt tight. And when I went to the doctor's and had the test, I was worried because my chest felt tight. He said that my lungs were clear and that my chest probably just hurted from coughing. So, that's pretty explainable. So, some of the other symptoms I had was my teeth started hurting really bad. I don't know why my teeth were aching. My gums were aching, and they were just hurting. And then I had a day where my whole body ached and hurt so bad. It just hurt. Every single bone in my body hurt. It was horrible. That was only a day. Then I went through itching. I had it yesterday. My head itched. My arms, both arms itched tremendously. And then my face broke out with these little, they're not pimples, or they're almost not even, they're not big like boils, but I want to say almost like a boil, and my face started breaking out with them, and you touch them and they just hurt. So my first instinct, of course, is to pop them so that I can get all the pus out, to get the pressure so they don't hurt. So I did do that, and then I washed them. So I'm not very, my face looks horrible. My arms, I scratched them. I had to put ice cubes on them to get the itch to stop. And then I put some Vaseline lotion on them. And that helped a lot. And there was times, there's only been once in the last 10 or 11 days that I've wanted to just cry. Only once, because I'm very fortunate that I do have family and friends. I felt really bad because I was too sick to drive myself to the doctor's, and I had a friend take me, and I wore 2 masks, and I can't believe how irresponsible I was to take that ride, because I would never want to give this to anybody, but I wasn't feeling this bad then. I didn't know what to expect. She wore a mask, and I was very grateful that she took me. And I can't believe my daughter had this for 3 weeks. I'm sure it was because she was so busy taking care of herself and her kids that, she really just hadn't have time to lay around and just feel better by herself. She came to my house. I have 7 cats and a little palm. She came to my house, and I stayed on my couch, and she changed my kitty litter and gave everybody some extra food. My son lives with me, so he's been feeding them and stuff, but he's 32, and he doesn't always buy the right cat food because they can't eat cheap cat food. They have to have the good stuff, and they have to have the good kitty litter. So, but my animals, I gotta tell you, have been a life send, just laying all over me. And I have my 2 little new kittens, and they were up all night terrorizing, so they're on the cat tree sleeping right now. But I have COVID. It's very scary. I don't wish this on anybody. And I know that I was getting laxed. I wear my mask all the time, but if I forgot my mask, I would still go into like Walmart and think, oh, just this one time. So I will not do that again. I'm going to double my mask up because this is terrible, and I don't want to get that new variant that's coming around. My doctor said now at this time they are considering everyone who comes in positive with COVID to have the Delta variant. I am drinking plenty of fluids. I'm trying to make myself eat in the morning when I get up because I take medication, and then I do take my vitamin D3. It's a liquid. And then I just had a friend send me some black mulberry gummies, which is good for inflammation. She said when she had COVID, she took it. It helped her a lot. So I just started taking that. I'm going to go to the doctor's tomorrow. I'm going to get tested again to see if I'm negative and see if he'll give me something, because you also feel like you have a sinus infection. And it's really weird because it's almost like you can feel it moving through your system. Like, I'm just sitting here and I can't really watch TV because I have a bad headache. My head hurts so bad. My eyes hurt. I had a really bad earache for a few days. So I've been putting on YouTube and listening to stories or podcasts. And I have the TV turned really super low where I can hardly hear it because my head hurts so bad. And I've really been doing nothing but petting my cats and taking deep breaths because I want to make sure that I don't keep my lungs nice and, I don't know, because they say it's the gook that gets in there that kills you and you can't breathe. So, but I'm rattling now. I just want to tell you thank you for listening. Have a great day. Please stay safe and wear a mask if you can. And remember that this COVID is just, it's horrible. It's just horrible. Stay safe. Thank you. Bye.